Welcome to the Booksplosion 2021 Favorites live show. Today we're going to be discussing all fun shit from 2021. We're going to talk about our favorite movies, music, TV, like Taylor Swift, everything that we enjoyed in 2021. And what are you doing, Jesse?
Make a heart with me, Christine.
Oh, I didn't get it.
This is hard.
It's really hard.
Our favorite things.
I got it. Come on.
You guys tried. Good. Yeah, there's
a circle.
An effort.
Sorry.
An effort was made.
Wait, we could do a. Oh wait. Can't you do the bottom of the heart?
Oh.
We did it! Thumbnail.
So we're gonna be talking about 2021 favorites, everything. And let's kick this shit off with we'll get our book at just one book. Favorite book that you read in 2021.
Hey, what's our book of the month?
Oh, our book of the month is my favorite book of 2021. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. We'll be doing a live show
January 29th.
January 29th, where we talk about The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue in all its beautiful glory. Don't read anything. Just read it. Don't look at the synopsis. Don't ask what it's about. Just read it. It's beautiful. Okay. So yeah, let's just get the book out of the way because we talk about books all the time. But like, what was your favorite book of 2021? Mine was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue that you read in 2021. It doesn't have to have come out.
I don't know what to choose.
Jesse, is this You've Reached Sam?
I really want to read that, but I know it's sad, so I don't.
With Christine's
read it. Yeah, it's from Wednesday.
Wednesday book.
I tried to read it, and then I got sad, and then I didn't finish.
It's very good. Highly recommend. Hurt my heart, but I loved it. Kitten?
It's hard because one of the two I'm debating between is The Anthropocene Reviewed, which is a nonfiction collection of essays, and it's hard to hold that against the other book I'm debating, which is Anyway the Wind Blows. So you get two.
Okay. We will accept two.
Cheater.
All right. Now, moving on to different things. Let's talk about our favorite new old Taylor Swift song that came out in 2021. She released 2 albums, Fearless and Red. We can pick a song off of each album.
Can I pull up the album really fast?
You can. Kat, do you want to start? You want me to start?
Yeah,
you want to.
Well, I'm ready with an answer if you guys aren't. Okay. So for Fearless, my favorite was Mr. Perfectly Fine. And I'm just like,
that's not a new old song. That's just a new song.
No, it's not. It's an old new song. She wrote it about Joe Jonas.
Yeah, but it was released this year. It was one of the vault tracks, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean by a new old song.
Oh, I thought you meant like a re-recording of a song.
Oh, no. I meant the new old ones, but you can say a re-recording if you'd like.
Okay.
And for Red, I really loved, obviously, the 10-minute version of All Too Well, but other than that, Message in a Bottle, and also Nothing New. What about y'all?
Let me pull up the thing. Okay. From Fearless, I'll say Mr. Perfectly Fine as well. Because that was I think that was like the only vault track that like really stood out to me. Like I really liked. The other ones were like good, but Fearless has more of a country vibe, which I'm not a huge fan of country. So, but from Red, I liked everything about Red. Even the songs that had a country vibe. Like one of my favorite vault tracks was I Bet You Think About Me.
I bet you think about me.
It has a real country vibe, but I don't know. It just worked for me. I really liked it. I also love Message in a Bottle. I love all the vault songs from Red. They're all so good.
Winter, Forever Winter. I love that one too.
And Run, the very first night. It's all good. And then of course, All Too Well. I also really liked the State of Grace acoustic version.
They already had that already existed.
Yeah, but I liked this new version. It was really good.
I like the new version of is it You Got a Girl at Home, the one that's on this album, or is that the 1981? There's like two that like are very similar. No, How You Get the Girl. Which one is on this album?
Girl at Home is on.
Girl at Home is on this album.
Okay, so Girl at Home is, I don't know if it's definitely different than it was on the other one, and I like it much better the way it is now. Joseph?
Bye Bye Baby from Fearless.
Wow, weird.
Not like all the other girls in here. And I go between Nothing New and The Very First Night on Red as my like favorite vault tracks. So.
Nice.
I've had too much
to drink tonight.
Yes.
Well, moving from there, what has been y'all's favorite TikTok trend of the year?
We're jumping all over this list.
Yeah, well, that song Taylor's turned into a TikTok meme where it was like, I've had too much.
I like.
Oh, sorry.
You go.
You go.
I really wanted to do that one, but I had never really had too much to drink that night. So all my pictures.
Experiment for the TikTok. Just do it for the TikTok.
Well, I'd have to find like a picture where it looked like an equivalent to drunk in a joke way, and it was too hard.
Well, I meant you should have actually gotten drunk for the TikTok.
Oh no.
Immediately no.
No. I could just put like the Britney Spears Evolution video or something like something weird that I've done.
I don't know enough about TikTok trends because I joined TikTok in October and then I kind of stopped watching it in November because I was just busy with other stuff and I just haven't logged in for a while.
It's all right.
But I will say one thing that I have noticed that I think is a really funny trend is that a lot of book talk is living in 2014. That is like one thing that I've
been living there this whole time. I feel like
I'm just like scrolling through all these books. I'm like, I know all these from 6 years ago. Like, what's happening?
Yes.
That's what's happening over there. I don't really like watch book talk because I already consume so much book stuff. But like from what I do really like the gun trend, like the boom, 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 boom. And I really liked, I didn't get to do this one, but there's like a Squid Game one where it was like, stop, go. And then it was like, run fast for your mother, fast for I didn't get to do it, but I want to do it. It's still in my head for if something's relevant.
Have you seen the Celine Dion one that's going on?
Yeah, I want to do that too, but I don't have
I really love that one. It's so extra.
I love that one too.
I also love, there was like one around Christmas where it's like,
yeah, I did that one.
Like,
yes.
Oh yes. And then I also like
the Adele one too.
Mm,
If you're gonna let me down, let me down.
There's that one where it's like a country song. It's like when the sun goes down.
Oh, down.
I like that one. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
There's one trend that I'm mad at because I have a line in my book that I have to change now. Because one character says, like, can we skip to the good part?
No.
And, you know.
Let's skip to the good part.
Yeah, I was like, I just can't, I can only see this when I read it.
I was so annoyed. It's like, because like that line was inspired from the same source, which was an AJR song from years ago. So I thought it was okay, but then it wasn't.
You guys know that one that's like,
Yes.
I want to do that one.
Can't think of the audio specifically.
It's like, dun, dun, isn't it like a K-pop song or something?
Might be. I don't know. But
I think is it the Gangnam Style guy? Like for some reason I got that impression, but the song that I saved doesn't have like a real name. It has like
interesting.
somebody's name. But
Yeah.
I wanted to do that one with my sister and my mom, and Lily was like, "That's stupid."
Oh my God.
So we didn't do it on Christmas.
Sounds right.
Okay. Let's go to the next section. Okay. So favorite TV shows you watched in 2021. I just mentioned Squid Game, and I'm gonna mention Squid Game because it was excellent. You guys watched it, right?
Not
my
yet.
God, what?
Not yet. I'm actually surprised that you've watched it.
I'm actually surprised you haven't. I watched it as soon as I knew I needed to watch it. It was so good.
Oh my gosh, what's that one show I watched?
Okay, here's the thing. I know we already kind of decided that we weren't going to talk about movies because Jesse and I didn't really watch any movies. But I also didn't watch a lot of TV shows. I canceled my Netflix and Hulu subscriptions so I could pay attention to writing and reading. So I haven't watched a lot. I watched Ruby. I watched Haikyuu, even though the season 4 part 2 came out at the end of 2020, but I watched it this year. So yeah, I just haven't watched a lot. I feel like ever since The Good Place ended, all other shows.
That was so long ago.
I know, but what's the point of other shows trying?
There are a lot of good shows, Ken.
Better than The Good Place?
Yes!
No!
There's so many.
What?
So better than The Good Place to start off. Just it's different, but it's in a short period of time you feel a lot of stuff.
I want to watch it. I'm just trying to be productive by not having Netflix right now.
But that's a different type of show, so you can't really put them side by side. But okay, The Sex Lives of College Girls on HBO Max, so good. It's Mindy Kaling's new show, and I blew through it in 5 seconds. It was excellent.
Yeah, I've heard good things about that. I have a long list of shows I want to watch. I just haven't watched any.
People in the chat, favorite show of 2021. I see Wheel of Time adaptation was fun, but everyone watched The Untamed. I've never even heard of The Untamed.
I have some, but I can't think of their names.
What streamer is The Untamed on?
Oh, Untamed. I watched that in 2020.
Oh, it's an older show.
It's a Netflix show. It's a Chinese drama that's been adapted from it's not a novel series. It's a web novel. It's 500,000 words. It's this insanely long story, and then it was adapted into a show. That's 50 episodes.
Okay, I have mine.
Okay, hit us with it.
Okay, Sweet Home is one that I watched in 2021. It's a zombie apocalyptic K-drama. It's very freaking good. It's based off of a web comic, actually. And then I also watched, I haven't finished, but I watched True Beauty, which is another very famous K-drama. It's very dramatic.
I have not seen the K-drama, but I adore the webtoon. It's so good. I'm obsessed with it.
You should check out the K-drama.
I watched it, but I heard it, I saw some things that were different about it that didn't vibe with me. So I was I prefer the webtoon.
What about Shadow and Bone, guys? I just realized that was this year. I mean, the last year.
Yeah, no, haven't seen it.
Kat, you haven't seen Shadow and Bone? Jason!
Netflix!
No! How have you not seen it? Oh my God! I watched it twice.
Anyway, I technically watched Station 11, the first few episodes in 2021, and I really loved that. I also watched Sex Education in 2021.
Oh my God,
Sex Education. Loved it.
So
Emily in Paris, watched that in 2021.
Oh, me too.
It's trash, but I love it. And
it is trash, but I love it too.
I'll just have it on the background. It's one of those mindless shows, but I like it.
Oh, I want to see it. You gotta see those outfits. They're insanity. Okay. Also, I can't believe Shadow and Bone was last year. It feels so long.
Yeah, it does feel like forever. Yeah.
It's early March of last year, so we're coming up on a full year.
I also really loved. So I wanted to talk about streamers, but you guys obviously aren't using many. But what would be your top new streamer? I know Netflix is still up there for me, but new streamer that you think is doing the best, because HBO Max is really killing the game with content, and that's my favorite right now.
I've really liked. I like HBO as well, but I've been liking some stuff that's on Peacock actually.
I've heard that there's some good stuff over there. I just haven't watched enough of it yet.
I will say I don't love it as a platform at like the functionality of it. I know we're not reviewing the function.
Well, we kind of are. It's like it's all of the things.
Yeah.
That's one that I'm interested in checking out because they're going to be live streaming all the Olympic stuff next month. So
nice.
I guess
You're gonna get Peacock for the Olympics?
I only care about like a couple of.
Yuri on Ice.
Okay. It's not just Yuri on Ice. I watched the ice skating Olympics in 2018, and I like really liked it. So I want to watch them again.
Nice.
I watched them in
all the
1990.
ice dancing and pair skating.
Cool, very cool. Okay, let's move on to music because I know y'all listen to music.
I do.
Yeah. So let's start with your favorite albums of 2021, and then we'll move on to like individual songs.
Okay.
It's 5 albums and no more, so be choosy.
Okay, I have some interesting choices. I don't know if you guys will be able to predict some of my choices.
Is one OK Orchestra?
It is.
Mine too.
It was so good.
It was really good. It's
AJR.
Oh.
It was really good. It's just a masterpiece.
I don't think it's better than. I don't like it better than like Click. What is it? Click. Is it Click? Is it just like
Bada boom, bada boom.
The Click?
The Click. Well, that's the name of the song. Is that the name of the album?
I don't. It's definitely something with Click. I feel that's my favorite one of their albums. But like,
I do really love that one. But yeah, I love all of. Well, I didn't love their last one as much.
Is that the Click?
No, the Click I really loved. There was another one in the middle.
Oh, Burning House Down? No. No theater.
Neo Theater. Yeah, I didn't love that one as much. Like I liked a lot of singles off of it, but usually with AJR, I love listening to like the entire.
I like this one.
I didn't dislike it. It just out of their 3 most recent albums, it's my least favorite.
Okay, this one's probably my least favorite of the 3 most recent. But
really? This
one really nostalgic, so that's why I liked it so much.
This one might be my favorite. I just really loved it. Especially like Way Less Sad and Bummerland and Bang was really good.
I feel like I really love Don't Throw Out My Legos and 100 Bad Days. And
I do like 100 Bad Days.
And Dear Winter. I like cried the first time I heard Dear Winter because it was like so unexpected from them. I was like, oh my God, it's talking about like a future child. Anyway, sorry, we just got on AJR sidetrack. What are the rest?
With the rest of mine?
Yeah. Do you want to go around? Do you want Jesse to say one?
Yeah.
How do you find your top albums on Spotify again?
I don't know. I just like.
I don't use.
Okay, well, I know mine is Sour by Olivia.
Yeah,
I've got that one on my list too.
So good. Honestly, what a fantastic debut.
It really, really was.
Yeah.
I liked it, but it wasn't on my list.
I listened to it like 1,000.
Goodbye, kitten. See you later. So,
what was your favorite song off Sour?
Favorite Crime.
Love that one too.
Love a sad song.
I was like, isn't it 9 Crimes? But that's a different song. Favorite Crime.
I like Deja Vu.
That's a good one.
That one too. I like all of them.
Yeah,
Brutal and Traitor, I think, my top 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I like all of them, so actually the kids kept switching around. Oh, I also love that other one. Enough? Is that?
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
See, I think I would have liked it more if I was in a place where I like related more to the songs, but like I haven't like been betrayed recently. I haven't gone through any heartbreak, so I'm just like, it didn't get to me.
Well, it doesn't have to be recent for me. I can be like, oh, this person was 10 years ago.
I also like equating it to like Again But Better, and I was like, oh my God, like Shane is the traitor. Okay, another album, y'all.
What about you?
Well, both of those are on mine. But I have Solar Power on my list. I really like that's one that really grew on me the more I listened to it. And I listened to it a lot in the background while I was writing.
The way I still have yet to listen to Solar Power.
Oh my gosh!
I know. I'm gonna wait till summer, I think.
Right. It didn't quite make my list, but I did really enjoy it.
Yeah, my favorite off of it is Mood Rings and California Love. Mood Rings, I literally listened to like a gajillion million times on repeat. I was just like, this is it. I wrote like a whole script, a whole thing to it.
I think Solar Power is still my favorite because I really liked that one.
That's a fun one. The other ones are like really like you have to listen to them more than once to really feel them. The fruit one is like the
Forbidden Fruit or Fallen Fruit.
Yeah, that one really grew on me too. Okay, another album. Spit 'em at us.
I can't find mine.
I really liked Montero by Lil Nas X. I thought that was a great album. Which caught me by surprise because I didn't love Old Town Road. Like,
How could you not love Old Town Road?
It was played too much. It was everywhere, and like it was fine the first 100 times. Like after that, I was just like, it's everywhere. So I wasn't expecting to love his whole album as much as I did, but it's such a good album from start to finish. I loved it.
I like all the ones I've heard on the radio. I haven't listened to the actual album.
You should listen to the whole album. It's really good.
Jessup?
Queendom by Red Velvet.
All right. I can vibe with that.
Yes.
Cool.
Christine?
I don't know it.
You love Queendom, right?
That's irrelevant though. What is your favorite song off of it?
Queendom.
Because you only know one.
Actually, I like Pose. Pose is a good song as well.
Queendom.
Cool. The other one that's on my list is the Inside soundtrack, which I literally listened to. You know, Bo Burnham's special Inside. Did you guys see it? You really have to watch it. Kat, Jesse, like
I know.
I know that one song that's on TikTok.
No. But like, as someone who's been on like YouTube for so long, and so have you guys,
you're
gonna relate to it a lot.
I've been a Bo Burnham stan since like 2009 when he was playing on that shitty little keyboard.
Okay, this is like a masterpiece.
I believe you. I know. I'm sure it is. I have no doubt. He was writing masterpieces when he was on his shitty little keyboard.
I know, but I think this is like the most masterful masterpiece he's ever done. Like, it's amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to it.
And like, I constantly just like sing the songs, and I constantly like will jam out to them like the whole album, like in the car. Like, I like debated getting on vinyl, but I never use my record player, so it's like that would be a waste. I have like 3 vinyls, and I wanted it to be one of them. Yes, Edie Mae says that Inside's their most listened to from last year. Life Support by Madison Beer was so good. Hannah says. Mackenzie says, yes, Montero's a bop. Solar Power we already talked about. Did BTS release an album? Mandy asks.
They had like a best of compilation album in January. But otherwise they just had a couple singles.
In the meantime, by Alessia Cara. I didn't even know there was an Alessia Cara album out. I gotta listen to that.
Have you guys heard Marina's new album?
I haven't, but it's on my list.
Pat, I feel like you would actually really.
I know it's like I have like the YouTube Music window like pulled up on tab on my computer. I've been meaning to listen to that, and also 21 Pilots came out with a new album that I haven't listened to entirely that I need to as well.
You haven't listened to it yet?
I have not entirely. Like I listened to.
Are you?
I don't know.
I don't even know you.
People in the chat are saying Happier Than Ever. That's my last one on my list. I love Happier Than Ever. That's another one that, like, at first I was like, I like this song, this song, and this song. And then the more I listened to it, like, the more it glued together and the more I loved it. And it just got better the more you listen to it.
I did listen to it, but only like once or twice. Because, like, it wasn't as, like, dancey or, like, high-end.
It takes, like, 5 times. And then you're like, this is amazing.
And also, like, this year I was trying to listen to music that like fit the mood of what I was writing. Yeah. And so I wanted things that were like more dancey and fun and poppy.
Yeah.
which is why my final album on my list is a weird one for me, I think, because I've never had another one of his albums on my list before. But Justin Bieber's Justice is so good. And I
was just going to say the Ghost song. I love that song.
So many of the songs are bops. Like I first heard a couple singles and I was like, oh, I really like these. And then I started looking at like the titles of the other songs and I was like, I need to listen to
Okay, yeah. I was legitimately thinking about you when I looked up that album because of
I know.
Yeah. And I was like,
it inspired some of that because
I know it did when I was I was like, this is clearly inspired.
Yeah.
But Ghost, I heard it on the radio and I was like, oh my god, is this a Justin Bieber song?
No, Ghost is really good. Is it Ghost or Ghost of You? I think it's just Ghost.
Just Ghost.
I also like Hold On and Lonely and a song called like Anyone or Anyone Else. I listen to the whole album a lot. Oh, Holy is really good too. It's a great album, and I was so surprised that I loved it.
I was just like singing it when I woke up this morning. I was like, oh my god, I'm singing a Justin Bieber song. It's been so long.
Right?
Jesse, what's on your list?
My last one. Let's see.
Do you not have one?
Let's go with Twice. They put out some good music this year.
Oh wait, that's on my list too. I skipped that one somehow.
We got Formula of Love this year, which has The Feels on it, which is one of my favorite songs from 2021.
I love The Feels. I love Scientist as well. But you know what? I still have Alcohol Free stuck in my head like 6 months later.
Wait, have you listened to Icon by chance?
Yeah, I love Icon. It's really good.
Okay. Sorry.
But Alcohol Free surprised me because the first time I listened to it, I was like not feeling it that much. I was like, this sounds like the coolest Nokia ringtone in 2004. But then the more I listened to it, the more I was like, I'm obsessed with this.
Right.
When you said Twice, I thought you were going to say Twilight, and I was going to be like, what?
I just really love Twilight.
Okay. So let's do individual songs. Like, do you have some standout songs from 2021? What were they? They don't have to be albums. Chat, you get people in the chat, standout songs.
So I mentioned Alcohol Free from Twice, but their other song that really stood out to me came out at the end of 2020, but it's called Can't Stop Me. And I love that one. It's been stuck in my head for a year now.
I can't just think of Don't Stop Me Now.
You can't stop me.
You can't stop me.
This is not an emergency. I literally just found my Spotify Wrapped and now I've lost it. Oh wait. Was that? No.
All Too Well 10-minute version, obviously. I'm honestly not even including Taylor Swift in this list because it would just be so much Taylor Swift.
Right.
That's why I didn't put her in my top like songs or albums. She just got her own category, like favorite Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I loved All Too Well. I also Renegade came out the same
week
my list that Anyway the Wind Blows does, and I just thought they went so well together because the Simon Snow trilogy at that point is it's about loving someone who's struggling with mental health issues, and like I just thought it fit so well, and I was just enjoying all of that.
Yeah, Renegade for sure. Happier Than Ever. Just like I listened to that so many times and like belted it out in random moments like alone. And one that I've been like listening to obsessively since it came out is the Bite Me by Avril Lavigne's acoustic version. It's so much better acoustic than in her punk rock because like you don't feel it, and it's like a sadder-ish song, even though it sounds like punk rocky. When you listen, you can't hear the lyrics, and then like the acoustic version came out, and I was like, oh my god, love this song. Is this the same song? I'm excited for her new album because it's with Travis Barker. It's gonna sound like The Best Damn Thing, which is like a really fun pop punk album.
So I have a song that I feel like is really underrated, and I don't know if either of you guys have even heard of this, or if anyone watching it might have. Someone out there has. But the group is called Half Alive, and the song is called Hot Tea, and it's just such a beautiful song. Like the lyrics, the melody, just everything about it is so good. Half Alive, Hot Tea. Everyone listen to
I'm
it.
going to look it up.
Look it up. It's really good. I loved another one of their songs earlier in the year called What's Wrong. Was another great song. Like that's what like turned me on to them. But Hot Tea is just so good. I love it.
Nice. Jessa?
So one that like really stands out and I feel like was kind of a cultural reset is Good For You by Olivia Rodrigo.
Just bringing Avril back.
Yeah, truly. And a little bit of Paramore.
And
Yep.
Paramore, yeah.
Then I would also say I love Purge the Poison by Marina as like one of my favorite songs of this past year. And then do we even start with K-pop?
Yeah.
Next Level by aespa is like such a good freaking song. Oh my gosh, I lost my rap again. Candy by Twice, Icons by Twice, The Feels, Queendom by Red Velvet.
You like the Feels English version or the Korean version on the album?
I like the English version, but that's what I heard first. So
I mean, I think that's part of it, but I also think that since it was written originally in English, like it kind of just flows a little bit better in some parts.
Right, yeah.
What about Butter?
Wait,
Smooth like butter. Christine likes that one.
I know that one.
You like it.
I mean, it's fun. It just like doesn't stand out to me. It's like,
What about Dynamite? You like that one more?
they both are like fun. I didn't like
She
love
loves it.
Have you listened to the Feels?
She collects photo cards.
I don't know.
You
Is it
should
on radio?
listen to Twice the Feels.
I feel like you would like the Feels.
I feel like you probably heard it before because it's everywhere.
Is Twice the one that we did that dance to? What band? No, that was like
that was Twice.
Oh, it is Twice. Okay, that's
Oh
fine.
yeah.
Okay.
What is? Wait. Oh no. Wait. Dance the night away.
I like more remember now, like the song that's in the video because I've seen it.
I think you like the Feels. Boy, no.
Yeah, you need to listen to it after.
Okay, we're gonna move on from music. Unless there was more that you guys didn't get to say yet.
No, it's fine.
I mean, this is older, but I listened to so much Hosier this year. So.
Oh, Ed Sheeran! I really love I always love his albums, but like I really liked First Times on his album. It's so sweet. Did you guys listen to that song?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I did really like the version of Shivers with Jessie and Sunmi. That was really good.
I like the regular version of Shivers. It's so good.
I like the one with Jessie and Sunmi.
I don't know that one. I haven't heard it, but I like
it's really you should listen to it. It's really good.
But I like Ed Sheeran alone. Like anytime he collabs with someone, I'm like, do it by yourself.
Even Taylor?
What?
Even Taylor?
Yeah, I didn't really like. I mean, like I like Change. I like the Taylor Swift songs one, but like
Big Reputation.
Endgame isn't like my favorite song.
Everything has changed.
I like Everything Has Changed. But Run wasn't my favorite either.
I like Run. Run was like a softer version of I Know Places.
And yeah, I really like Ed by himself because I like his like really acoustic feel, and when he's with other people it kind of fades.
Yeah, I can feel that. I haven't listened to his whole most recent album, just a couple of the singles.
Yeah.
I really like, I like Give Me Love and Kiss Me and a lot of his like older songs. So I guess I gotta listen to this album.
It's really good. And I haven't listened to it enough though to like know all the songs. I listen to it in the background. But okay, let's move on to your favorite meal that you cooked in 2021. Does something stand out that you cooked yourself in 2021?
I mean, I've been making burritos a lot, with like rice, beans, other stuff. But what's been different lately is instead of using canned beans, I started doing dried beans and like.
Oh wow!
And also, I ran out of tortillas. Was too lazy to go to the store, so I started making my own tortillas too.
What?
It's really simple. It's just kind of time consuming. But since I like to use cooking as like a break away from screens, I don't mind spending like an hour to like prepare everything and make everything. And then I also make enough that like then the next day I only need like 15 minutes to like heat everything up again.
Wow, that's fancy cooking. Beans and tortillas from scratch.
I mean, it's not difficult. It's just
It's just a lot of prep. That's what makes it fancy.
All right, it's fancy.
Justin, what about you? A salad.
This is not a fair question.
That's more than me.
Yeah,
So.
Jesse, tell us about how you make pasta.
Oh yeah.
We're not talking about pasta. Pasta and I are not friends. Pasta and I had a messy breakup, and we're never talking.
You betrayed me.
I know that you'll never be sorry. Okay.
Oh my god! When Jesse popped in here to tell us that he like, what did you do to your pasta? Like overcook it? Like you broke it?
No, it just tasted gross.
You made it like poorly. You
I
didn't.
don't think it was a cooking thing. I think it was the weird gluten-free pasta that you got.
Oh yeah, you got bad pasta.
You're bad pasta.
Okay, what were you gonna say, Jessa?
I don't freaking cook.
Well, I don't
What
either.
do you
but
eat? What do you
one
eat?
meal.
I eat salads. That's not cooking. I throw everything in a bowl.
That is cooking. I don't do it because it's too much.
What do you eat then?
I order salad from a local restaurant a lot, and it's delicious. I'm gonna get it again tonight. Now that we're talking about salad, I was like,
You cooked. I thought you used to cook. Don't you cook?
yeah, I know. And then like I got used to cooking with John, and like that was like the best part of the day. And then now it's like depressing to cook. And also hard. I feel like with Bellamy. But my favorite meal that I cook now, I'm back to cooking turkey burgers, and on the side I make like fettuccine with peas in it. It's good. When you do it with fresh pasta, it's fucking delicious. Yeah. You only have to cook fresh pasta for like 2 minutes. It's amazing.
Maybe that will be my next cooking endeavor, fresh pasta from scratch.
Oh my god, from scratch. Do it. Olivia and Brian do it all the time. They have like a thing to crank out spaghetti.
I want to buy a thing to crank out spaghetti. I also want to buy a tortilla press because I've been like rolling them out with a rolling pin, and it's a lot. But a tortilla press would make it so much easier.
Wow, this is so fancy.
I
You
know.
can make a dough? Like,
Okay, but tortilla dough is literally flour, water, oil, salt, and a little bit of baking powder.
that's making dough.
It's so easy.
Yeah, but it's also hard.
It's not though.
Just in terms of like prep. Like what stresses me out is like I didn't tell. Okay, I messed up a cake in a box that I was making for my mom's birthday over Christmas. Okay, like I was following the directions, and like it said to put like softened butter in, and so I put like kind of soft butter in, and then like it was like you can mix it vigorously with your hand for 2 minutes, or you can get a beater. So I was like, oh, I'll do it with my hand. So there are all these clumps of butter in it.
Oh my god.
And then, like, I buttered the pan, and like I popped it in, and when I took it out, it was like stuck AF to the pan, and then I got it out, and it was like all crooked, and there were holes in it like Swiss cheese, and I had overcooked it somehow. It was all dry, and I had to tell my mom to go buy another cake mix because she was out.
Oh my god.
I had to,
Well, maybe tortillas would be hard for you.
this is what I mean. Like it's harder to do it than you think.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't.
Anyway, Jesse, did you try to make anything else this year?
He fucked up pasta and was like, "I'm done."
I had a pasta nightmare, and I said I will never step foot in the kitchen again unless it's making a salad. So,
Like, yeah, when I told my mom I messed it up, like I was laughing because I was like, "This is ridiculous that I messed up a cake in the box." She's like, "What did you do?"
I can hear her now.
I mean, I would have that same question.
I just followed the directions.
Except you really didn't.
They let me down.
You betrayed me.
And I almost messed it up the second time. I forgot to put the water in, and I was mixing it with the beater, and like it was puffing everywhere. And I was like, "What am I doing wrong?"
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, okay, we'll move on to our next category. What are your goals going into the new year, guys? Y'all? And people in the chat, if you have any other like 2021 isms you'd like us to cover and you want to talk about, like, hit us with them. Goals, y'all.
I mean, my goals are pretty simple and like not too strict. I want to finish the book that I'm currently revising, which I only need like a couple more weeks on it, so like that should happen relatively soon. I want to draft another book, which I'm itching to do that, so like that should happen pretty soon too. And then I want to read more of my TBR. Like I read a lot last year, but it was mostly fanfic. So like I want to read all of these books that are like taunting me.
What about you, Jessup?
I want to write my book.
Nice.
I want to be more active on my YouTube channel, which I've successfully done so far this year. But we'll
Killing
see.
it.
We're only 8 days in, so
Killing it.
and I want to actively go to the gym, which I've been pretty good about until I got sick. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit it Monday, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to like help Bellamy get past the separation anxiety, because like it's making it so like I feel bad to ever leave the house because he just cries and yells. So I'm working on finding him a trainer to help with that. But he's also on medication and I have to up his dose because it's obviously not working. Yeah, I left him alone for 3 hours yesterday and he screamed the whole time. And it was like so sad when I turned on the camera because it was like an hour and a half in to me not being home. I also want to like figure out, I like every year since I like started working on books, I'm like, how do I do books and also do social media content? I'm just trying to also like still figure out that balance. And because last year I like was like, okay, I'm gonna like prioritize writing. And then I like barely did any content unless I was like I had handed it in and I had like a break, but that's not enough. And like they are like, where's all your content? And I'm like, I'm writing the book.
Yeah.
So I gotta figure that out. And I'm gonna work on just like asking for more time if I need it, because like if I'm expected to do 2 jobs, I need the time to do 2 jobs. And yeah, I'm just like trying to work on like having a work-life balance, like instead of just like constantly working. I want to like like hang out with friends and like
that's another goal.
What?
That's another goal. Like I want to hang around with people again. Like I want to go to an event.
Yeah, I know. And it's like hard, and I want to like put myself into the dating world, but like also it's so hard and stressful. And but like it's like a goal. It's a job to do like these things because it's hard during COVID. It's hard always. But also there's one other one. Oh yeah, write my book.
Right.
It's a big one.
And release your debut album, right?
My debut like musical album.
I know you've been working really hard on it.
I want to do more TikToks. And that's like another thing that's just like more social. You're frozen, Jesse. Did you say something?
You didn't freeze for me.
Oh, he froze. Okay. He's frozen now. Are you just faking
it? Jesse, you troll.
I forget what I was saying now. TikTok. Yeah, like I have all these ideas that I like recently, and I haven't been able to execute any of them because I have to do other things. So.
I want to get into TikTok. I've watched it a bit, but I haven't made any yet. And
Dude, Writer Talk, that's still on the rise.
I've seen some of that.
Yeah.
I just want my TikTok to be like whatever the fuck I want to make.
Like my TikTok, and also the ones that they send me, like my For You page, it's like not a lot to do with writing or reading. Like I get a lot of random, like a lot of music and dances stuff, and like a lot of D&D stuff.
I want to get all my dentist stuff done this year.
Oh my god.
I have dental insurance now. I'm pumped.
You just reminded me I have a dentist appointment on Tuesday.
Oh,
Thanks for the reminder.
You're welcome.
Dr. Christine.
I want to get like Invisalign because my teeth are shifting and I hate it. I'm like, I spent so much time with braces, you bitch. Go back. My FYP is a lot of it. Taylor Swift too. Okay, y'all in the chat. Let's see. What do you have any other topics we'd like to discuss about 2021? Mandy wants to paint more and get better at it. That's cool.
Wait, what was everybody's? I mean, I know 2021 wasn't not like the best year, but what was everybody's like favorite moment of 2021?
Favorite moment of the year. Yeah. Do you guys have one at the ready?
No, I just had that thought.
I mean, mine was writing my book over the last few months. Like that really saved the end of 2021 for me because I had such a good time writing it. It's been coming so easily and it's so much fun and I love the story and the characters. And I wrote like the fast draft I've ever done by writing like 50,000 words in 19 days, and I vlogged that.
That's the best feeling.
It was a really good time and it felt really good. And I've lost momentum because I sent Christine like 2/3 of my book.
I read it. It was so good and I need the rest.
And my brain is like, we're done now. We did the thing. And I'm like, no, we only gave her 2/3 of the book. But my brain is like, but she gave us feedback and validation. That's all we want. So it's been slow going the last few weeks, but I'm determined to finish it this month.
What were you the favorite thing of the year?
Yeah.
Do you have one, Jesse?
Yeah, it's kind of depressing.
2021 was a sad year.
Pretty vague. I'm not going to like go into detail or anything, but like getting out of a situation that I realized was really toxic and
is it the one that you talked about?
Yeah, like recognizing that like I was in that situation and like kind of standing up for myself and being like, yeah, I'm not going to allow this to happen. So yeah, I feel like that was just like a good moment for me, like as like in terms of like personal growth.
Yeah, like personal growth. Yeah,
I am able to like communicate that this is not okay, kind of a thing. So
yeah, that's really great. Right? I was gonna say fun, and then I was like, no,
that's fun.
It's really great. I had
a freaking book come out.
Yeah, that's not my favorite moment of the year though. It was like really sad to not go on a tour. It was like I was really just
your virtual tour is fun though.
It was, but like I just like talked about this in my all the things video, and it's like so sad to like talk about because like it would be so fun, and then we turn it off, and it would like feel like it didn't happen because we didn't get to talk to people in person. And that just made it not feel real. It almost feels like when you like wake up from a dream, you're like, oh, it wasn't real. Like that sort of a thing. Which is, it just doesn't feel concrete. And so I hope that the next time, that a book comes out, I can do a real tour and like see people and like interact in person. It's just like so different. So it kind of like puts a whole damper on the book release because like you don't have those like really bright burning memories of those moments. You kind of feel like, were they real? Like, did it happen? Like, did I really do an event with Cassandra Clare? Like,
right,
it's not as tangible.
Yeah.
And especially after you got to go on such a fun tour for Again But Better.
Yeah, that will like forever be like one of the best memories. Because that was just like in the moment, it was just like, but like afterward, it's just like that was the best time. And I'm so lucky that I got to do that. And I'm so grateful that I got to like involve all my besties and like go to all different places. It was so fun. I'm glad you really like the virtual tour, Mandy. I'm really happy that like people who wouldn't have been able to come got to come. And I think that like the publishing companies are talking about doing like at least one virtual event now for like when you go on tour, so that people who don't get to come get to do the virtual one. But like, yeah, it's just like nothing compares to like meeting people in person. But anyway, so that's not my favorite moment. What?
And what is?
I have two. So I went to Vegas during the time where I was like having a really hard time being in my apartment, and I visited Katie, and like we looked at places and went to this Hunger Games thing where we like got to be Katniss and like fire arrows at like a simulation wall like she does in the training room, and it was just like the coolest thing ever. Like we were like riding such a high afterward. And then my other one was like when I went to the Spider-Man No Way Home premiere. It was just like one of the best days ever. I just like, it was so exciting through and through. I missed the movie so much, and it was like coming back to like the best movie ever to go to the movies for.
Amazing.
Yeah. I'm trying to like. Do you guys have any like journaling goals in this year? Like, I'm trying to just like be more consistent again about my like to-do lists and shit, because that used to be something I did every day, and then 2020 was like do nothing.
I'm trying to record my reading better because I stopped using Goodreads to track my reading. And like in 2020, I just didn't track my reading in any way. So in 2021, I started like listing like the books and the dates that I read them. Nice. But I want to do something a little more comprehensive and like write down more of my feelings and thoughts about the books. And maybe also start keeping track of the fanfic I read, because I read so much fanfic and then it just disappears from my brain entirely when I'm thinking about like what I've read. So I just want to get better at tracking my reading.
What about you, Jessica?
I don't really journal. I mean, I use like a planner type thing, and I do that like list thing where I'm like, I'm doing this today kind of thing. Do I do all the things?
That's what I mean. Yeah.
So
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Let's see, chat.
Somebody asked like our favorite video we made this year.
Oh yeah, I wrote that in the list of things. What was your favorite video that you made this year, Jessica?
Hang on.
Kat, what was your favorite video you made last year?
Did I make any videos last year?
Oh, you better have.
The writing videos were coming out last year.
I made a couple videos. This is gonna be a repetitive answer, but the writing vlog where I hit 50,000 words in 19 days and finished my zero draft. That was great. It was mostly for like the moment that I was documenting, not necessarily like the video itself. But I love making writing vlogs and documenting my process that way. So it's always nice to have that little reminder.
Yeah. What about you, Jessica? Did you find it?
I have two.
I have two too, so do them.
Okay, so one of them was like in partnership with Penguin Teen, and I got to do like a binge read of the Miss Peregrine series.
Oh yeah.
So it's like a very long vlog. It's like 36 minutes, but like I was really proud of the outcome of that one. And then I had this series going like at the beginning of the year that was like really nice, but it just wasn't doing well. So I was like,
the aesthetic one with the book.
Yeah. It was like my reading time capsule thing. It like just wasn't doing well. So I was like, I'm not going to put in the effort if like nobody's going to really watch it kind of a thing. Because you have to be that way when you're.
It's always sad when you have to do that. Yeah.
Like a lot of people were like, oh, this is so nice, like in the comments, but I was like, yeah, but nobody's watching it and it's killing my channel, so I can't really do it anymore. But yeah, I enjoyed making those because like it was just like really like it was a nice way to like reflect in like a poetic, artsy way. So yeah.
Nice.
Seeing you.
My favorite ones, well, the one I did in partnership, I think, with Simon Schuster for the
Cassie Clare.
Yeah, Cassie Clare's Chain. I'm trying to think of the name. Okay, Chain of Gold. It was Chain of Gold and The Infernal Devices in 12 minutes. And like, I knew I was going to be like so stressed out making that because it's in between deadlines. But like, I was like, I want to do it because I'm always like so happy after I make a video like that, because I don't have time to make videos like that. So if I'm like being paid to do it, it's like, okay, you're allowed to take that like 2 weeks to do this. But yeah, it was just like I got to like refresh myself on all of the things that happened and then like write the summary in like my own way of what happened, and like just I'm really proud of how it came out. Nobody watched it on YouTube. It was just like, well, not nobody, but like compared to like how many people watch the
Facebook?
the book talks or like the and stuff, like it, I think I had a terrible thumbnail, and at the time I was like so stressed about getting it up. I was just like, ah! And I'm like, oh, the thumbnail was bad and it ruined everything. I have a new thumbnail on it now. But yeah, it did well on Instagram, and Cassie reposted it. I was like, oh my god, my video's on Cassie's page. And yeah, and the other one was the sibling tag, which like I just felt so accomplished after I made that, because I haven't really talked about this, I don't think, but like the last sibling tag I did was the most stressful fucking thing, because they were fighting during the tag, and like I'm not talking about like casual bickering. They were like screaming at each other and like almost got physical, and I was sitting there in the middle and I started crying, and I was like, I'm never going to be able to do one of these videos again, because they cannot be in the same room together. And then it was like fine, and we got through it, and it was great and like so much fun. And I like, once I got it together, I was like, I can't believe I got these two crazy people in a room with me, and we made a whole like hour and a half recording to make this video. So yeah, it's like really cool, because it's like so much has changed since the last one.
Yeah, I like some of the like sketchy TikToks that you've done too. Like the one where like you like meet your like 18-year-old self or something.
Yeah. That was
really fun.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that trend, like that trend was like, it got so annoying because everyone was doing like these really sad stories, and like some of them weren't that sad, and I was just I was like, I'm gonna do this in a not serious way, because it's perfect for Midnight Sun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a good one. I really liked that one too. I forgot TikTok is like, it's so weird now, because like when I was making my end of the year wrap up, I was like, I want to put in these TikTok clips, but they don't like fit the screen.
Yeah.
But I just did it anyway.
I didn't even know, like that didn't stand out to me at all. Like I remember seeing that TikTok clip in your video, but I didn't like register that it was like smaller. It was just.
Yeah, I guess like we're so used to it now. It's becoming.
I wasn't like, oh, look at these black bars on the screen or whatever. Like I was just like, oh, the TikTok, right? That was fun.
Yeah, like 3 years ago, I would have been like, ew.
Yeah.
I can't have this. Not the black bars.
They're horrible. They're so ugly. But yeah, let's see if there's anything else we want to cover. Anything else you guys want to talk about? You guys don't listen to podcasts.
I do listen to a couple.
Which ones?
It's a couple of like reading type podcasts. I like 88 Cups of Tea.
Oh, she doesn't do it anymore, though, I thought.
I know she doesn't, but
I like that one too.
I'm listening to the backlog. And then there's another one called Fated Mates. That's a podcast that talks about romance books and romance tropes, and like gives examples of books that like fit the tropes. And Fated Mates is like one of my favorite tropes. It's the soulmate trope. And so that's a really fun podcast, because the two women who run it read so much romance, and so they always have like a lot of recommendations for every romance trope that they discuss. So it's a really good podcast for both like romance readers and writers as well, to like analyze that way. But yeah, I don't listen to a ton of podcasts. Those are just the two that I've been like listening to lately.
Cool.
What about you? Christine? You listen to podcasts?
I do. But like a new favorite this year has been Armchair Expert. Oh, not this year. I guess I started listening in 2020 when I was like desperate for like things to pull me out of the apartment. But like it's Dax Shepard and Monica Padman, and they just like they have all these like amazing guests on the show, and it's like they dig into like their life stories. So like really personal stuff, and they talk about like how they got to the place they are, and like stuff you never hear like on a regular interview, because they go like really personal, and it really like humanizes all these like celebrities and like their journeys, and it's like really, really great. I'm like, this year they had like Barack Obama on. It was so cool. When I saw it, I was like, they had Prince Harry on. Like they had, and like they talk about like all this really intimate stuff in their life, and it's like fascinating and wonderful. They recently had, I just want to like pull it up so I could like tell you like episodes to listen to, but like Armchair Expert. It's only on Spotify now because they have a Spotify exclusive. But like I just listened to like Anderson Cooper and it was like fascinating hearing about his life. Like Nick Offerman, Rachel Ray was on recently. Like Ed Sheeran was on. Oh my god, I love the Ed Sheeran episode. Gwyneth Paltrow was on, and like it was just like I didn't know like anything about her, and it was like so fascinating. Brooke Shields was on, and like I didn't know anything about her. It's like you just learn all this really intimate stuff, and when it's someone you know is on, it's so exciting. So you're like, I'm about to like learn more about their personal like experiences and how.
What is this called?
It's called Armchair Expert.
Armchair Expert.
Yeah, it's really good. And it's like blown up. It's like one of the most popular podcasts there is now. Everyone is on it. And it's so much fun. Quentin Tarantino was on it, and it was like so cool to hear him talk about like how, you know, like his early movies and like his process and like his early life. But anyway, yeah. On also, Dear Hank and John continues to be like one of my favorite podcasts. And you guys, like, no one ever. I had no one to be excited about like when Ryan Reynolds was on their podcast. Like, I don't know if you saw on Twitter when Hank Green like screenshotted that Ryan Reynolds was following him, but I was like, oh my god, because I love Ryan Reynolds. And then like they have this joke about like Ryan's. And then to see him on the podcast was like the most exciting thing I've ever seen. Anyway, highly recommend that episode if you guys want to listen to one episode.
I want to listen to all the episodes. I started. See, I'm a completionist, so I want to listen from like episode 1 through current, and like that takes 100 years to listen to all the episodes. So
I would skip 2016. It's really depressing toward the end. I like had to just like take a break from Dear Hank and John. But yeah, it's really, really fun.
If I listen to the Ryan Reynolds episode, I'm gonna miss some of their like ongoing jokes. Like I don't know what this ongoing.
There hasn't been any like super recent ongoing ones. Like a lot of them.
Ryan's.
The Ryan's is from like 2015, 2016.
Yeah, so I have to listen from there to get the joke.
Well, okay. The Ryan said there's one guy named Ryan who like said his name was Ryan like 100 times in his email. And so then like people started writing in and being like making fun of that email. And then they started like a Patreon podcast called This Week in Ryans, where they would just talk about a famous Ryan for like 20 minutes.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, and that's where
the thing is, I know I'm gonna like it because I like everything else John and Hank do. Like I watched John play fucking imaginary soccer football with the Swindon Town Swindon.
Yeah, you loved Dear Hank.
I would love Dear Hank and John. I know I would.
It's like a highlight of my week when their podcast comes out. I'm like, Dear Hank and John today.
Okay, that's one of my resolutions for 2022. I'll get into Dear Hank and John.
Yeah, there's a lot of great episodes, and then like once the election happened in 2016, there was like a lot of depressing episodes, and then I came back to it because it got better again. I think they were just generally sad. But yeah, there's been a lot of great ones lately, like laugh out loud episodes. Hank on it was like, this is a great podcast because it's not going to make you cry, it's not going to make you laugh out loud in public. And I'm like, speak for yourself. Anyway, okay. What do we have final thoughts that we want to wrap up 2021? Like, do you want to describe your year in like 3 words?
I don't have 3 words. It was just a blur.
It was a blur.
And I have terrible memory as it is. So like the only thing that stands out in my brain is the last few months of 2021, which were actually pretty good for me. So like I feel like I ended in a good place, but I do know that most of the year I was not in a great place.
What about you, Jessup?
I was thinking of 3 words.
Oh, okay. Do you have them?
Well, I feel like it was a big year for change for me.
Yeah.
I like grew a lot, so growth would also be like another, I guess, word. And then I'm trying to find another word that's like hopeful, because towards the end, like I was feeling like optimistic, yeah, I guess, about like the future and like where things are going, I guess is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was an interesting year. Not my favorite, that's for sure. But I feel good coming out of it. So yeah.
I feel good coming out of it too.
Yeah.
I'm not as much optimistic, I would say, though. Like, I'm not pessimistic either. I've just like my expectations are so low that like anything good is
looking forward.
Yeah, anything good is gonna be a pleasant surprise. Have you guys heard the new Macklemore song Next Year?
No.
It's really great. It's all about like next year's gonna be better than this. It's a really fun song. Add that to your list to listen to as well.
I've been just adding them to my starred playlist so that I see them when I go back into Spotify.
Yeah, and listen to that other song I mentioned. Hot.
I did. I put it on there.
Vox me when you listen to it and tell me your thoughts.
Okay.
If you like it. If you don't like it, you don't
just ignore.
Just forget it. Pretend they never said anything.
It sucks when someone doesn't like the thing that you're excited about. I just like don't even want to hear it.
Yeah.
For me, I think like transition year, because it was just like a lot of change stuff. And I'm looking forward. A lot of the stuff you guys said.
I was like, I feel like you and I similar.
Yeah. Similar trajectory.
Yeah.
And yeah, there were like bright moments where there wasn't as many bright moments, I feel like, in 2020. There were moments where like I was super optimistic, and then it would be like, never mind. But like I'm optimistic going into this year. I'm hoping to like figure life out again. Like it's so weird because I feel like I'm in like a weird like career transition point too. Like I just like, because I don't know what to prioritize or like what to do all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so cool. We're all looking forward, and I think 2022 has like we're on more steady ground in right now. I feel like in terms of the pandemic, just because like we know much more about things, and like there are vaccines, and like everything's further down the line.
Right.
Yeah, I was like going to bring up Dear Hank and John again. They had this really interesting conversation about the long-term effects of the pandemic, but we don't have to go into that.
Yeah, let's not end on that note.
We have like spam happening. And
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
How do I delete it on here? Oh, block user.
What?
They just put another comment. I was just trying to block them.
Oh, okay.
They're like really coming at us now.
Do we know if there's going to be IRL book events? Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that.
I mean, I feel like Y'all West is tentatively planned for IRL.
I feel like if it's outside, like it should be doable because there's vaccinations, like with proof of vaccination. But like I think now like Omicron has thrown us all into a little bit of a tizzy. So hopefully, like, but the good news so far is that like it's way milder, it goes way faster. It seems to be like not as serious. So I really hope we go to events. I miss seeing you guys in person. I miss like doing our collabs and like having in-person hangs.
Yeah.
Kat, we're due.
Also, I feel like even if there's not an event, like I feel like we need to just like try to get together if we can.
Yeah, we should. And like Kat, I was gonna say, we're due for like our character video.
We need to do another one.
I watched one the other day because it came up on my recommended, and it was so funny. I watched a bunch of our collabs. I fell down a hole. I was like, I miss being in person. Yeah.
Oh man, I remember I had a really good one to put on your head, but I can't remember it in the moment.
I thought it'd be a really good one while I was watching the video. Like we just read so much since then, so there's so much more.
Yeah, there's so much we can do.
But yeah, our Booksplosion collabs has been so long, and I also watched like the one that Paul judged for the drawing, and it was so fun.
There's so many bots coming in right now.
Also, just our event vlogs, like especially like Jesse and Natasha when they do like the daily vlogs.
Yeah.
Like, we're at events together. I love rewatching those.
Yeah, they make me so happy. Like, I'm so glad they exist.
I just recently watched that one where what was it when Taylor Swift's Reputation came out when we were at Wallfest?
Was that Jesse's?
It was Jesse's.
Yeah.
Because we were all staying in the room and like we were all yelling about like who had pre-ordered it and who it was downloading for some of us, but not all of us. I'm like, we all have to listen at the same time.
Yeah, that was such a great trip. That one. That year.
That was a good one.
I just remember Christine being like, "You guys all have to be quiet during this listen. And even you're not allowed to react." And it's like,
no, I just meant talking.
oh my gosh. What rules?
Well, it was the first time I'd ever listened to an album with people. I usually am just like in the corner with my feelings. But it was really fun in retrospect. Like, it was a good time.
Yeah.
But okay. Well, I think that was a happy note. I think like we're optimistic about in person. So hopefully it happens.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. Thank you all so much for joining us. And we will see you obviously in a couple weeks if you want to join us for Eddie LaRue discussion. This book is excellent. Y'all should definitely join us. We'll talk soon. Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye.